Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for watching this case study that I'll be presenting to you today. So, today is basically enlightening you about what the metanoia journey is all about. It's all about the transformation of your love, current lifestyle, I guess, to the love that you desire the most. A lot of us tend to find it really hard to balance work life and love life together. And the idea is that we tend to focus so much of our time and our energy really into directing and making sure our legacy, in so to speak, is grounded. You know, your business works very well, your staffing is great, everybody is so synchronized with one another. So you make sure that this is work together. But sometimes we neglect that concept because we neglect our home life. When you don't have the balance going on together, it's really hard. And to be frank, the balance for it to be 50-50, that concept, we have to throw it out the window automatically. For you to say you only got to put 50% at your work and 50% at home, it means that something's got to give. It doesn't work with that mentality. So we're going to show you how to do the whole love journey. So I'm going to show you today is the value video of all the work that we can do together to make sure that this love journey that you go through becomes your own. And the good thing about the metanoia program, the metanoia journey itself, is that it's transformation of you. And the good thing about it is that it's your journey, it's catered to you, it's directed by you, it's navigated by you, it's orchestrated by you, it's mastered by you, it's all done by you. I'm here to just only to help you facilitate the right tools, strategy, and the resource to make sure that this journey is not only fulfilling and meaningful, but also healthy, creates a lot of affection, intimacy, and love within your life. So let's begin this lovely work. So what metanoia means is such a journey of changing one's mind, heart, self, or way of life. In other words, also the journey of changing your love. The love that you have at the moment. How can you transform the love that you have into the love that you desire? Simple stages. You're gonna go through it. So I try to concuss this little plan here. It's actually it's a helpful to help successful business men and women who are struggling to balance in life and business to continue building a dynasty by developing their own love journey. And what's so good about this whole love journey again is because it's orchestrated by you, it doesn't necessarily have to look like the modeled version or the version that everybody else followed. It's yours. It's your own journey. It's your own destination. And we all go on different paths to find our own success in our life. We all find our own different paths to find fulfillment in our life. So why not do the same thing when it comes to love? There's no such thing as one track mind, one sort of way to do things. Similar thing with your business. There's no such thing as doing your business from one mentality, one format, or one ideology. It's not the same concept. You have to make it unique. And the only way you can succeed in your business life is to make your business life different, unique, vibrant, something that we tackle into our emotional sense to say that why should I invest in this business? Why should I invest in this business? Same concept, we're gonna model that into why you should invest in your love life. Love life is mostly for the ideas that you already have you're a couple and you're already a unit, a team, and somehow, sometime along the way, you forgot how to love one another. You forgot the romance. You forgot how to dedicate some time for one another. Because not only that your business is growing monumentally, which is great, by the way, but also the fact that we tend to want to just get over the little small hump. Say, okay, it's one more project, one little small meeting, one more phone call, one more this, and then that one more just continue going. And I have a little analogy that I use it later on, which we're gonna uncover. So this is why I'm trying to refocus, revitalize our focus. That continue building your journey, your business, your dynasty in a way, your legacy, your if you want to, because I know all of us here that will start a business, they always want to try to change the world. So continue doing that, but never neglect the ones that you love. And I'm going to show you how to make that together, connect that together, to grow it together. Great. So this is who is this for? This is for the people who want to create a healthy and meaningful relationship, revitalize their love and romance once again, build their own legacy and abundance, both in business and in relationship, not to neglect their main source of motivation. Your main source of motivation usually derives from the fact that you wanna leave something behind for your family, for your kids, for your wife. If something happens to you, you want to show that they're cared for and taken care of after you're gone. So these are your real source of motivation. Nobody does build a business for their own greed. And if you do, there's a kind of a question mark of why you're building a business in the first place. A lot of people build their business for that one desire of to not only creating freedom, financial freedom, create abundance for themselves, but also create something they can leave behind for their own kids, for their wife, for to create a legacy for the future becoming. So this is why you should never neglect that. Find the optimal balance between work and love life without missing a beat. So this is basically for you. And I am pointing at you. Not you. You. Yes. Okay. So for the next 45 minutes, I will help you identify your purpose once again, regrow your understanding of the love journey, help you grow your love life like your business with less effort, show you a roadmap to navigate your own journey using your own skills. And the good thing about it is that no matter what kind of business you're into, whatever kind of work that you're into, you always acquire this new sense of talent, new sense of skills that you have to, especially when you're dealing with a problem at work, you're dealing with a meeting, a project, a timeline, anything that's in work that you need to do, tend to use some of the skills that we have. So we're going to use exactly the same skills and incorporate into your love life and watch it manifest itself like the business that you're growing. The only difference is that you're adding more emotion into the love life that you have in order for you to grow. There's no showing of vulnerability, but show of your own strength through your vulnerability. Beautiful. And then define the 4 domains of creating eternal happiness and success. Simple. So I'll also debunk the myth that you will live happily ever after because you're married. That's a bull. You'll be able to change your partner's annoying habits. Your habits are hard to break unless we do one thing as a drastic change. Same thing as Newton's first law. You have to really have a drastic change in order for things to change. If you continue moving the same constant, you're going to get the same constant result. If you continue moving in a circle, you're going to get similar circle results. So in order for us to change, we have to make a conscious effort to make a change by building a brick wall so we can stop the cosmic reaction of going to the same direction. We have to stop here in order for us to redirect and go a different path. We're going to do that together. You'll automatically know what each other thoughts. How? Explain to me how. Thank you. You'll never argue. Argument is actually a great thing, especially think about it from your business perspective, or think about it from your working life. When you argue, so to speak, or have a live discussion with your colleagues and teammates in team meetings and managers, you get the same back and forth communication, and that's the only way you're going to understand how you're compatible within the workplace, or you're not compatible, one, but also how you can share ideas, share thoughts, and do challenge one another in a healthy way in order for your business to grow. Same concept we're going to throw it in your love life and watch it grow in that monumental stages. Most marriages end in divorce. That's a little bit of an iffy stage because statistically it says that 50% of marriages do end in divorce. But however, the numbers now are dramatically decreasing because of one simple fact that people start understanding that love is not only the strength and their source of power, motivation, dedication towards their career and their success within the career, but also people are dating more. They live together more before they get married, and because of that, they become solidified as a couple, as a group before marriages begin. Back in the days, of course, we used to get married on the spot. You want to marry me? Sure, let's do this. But now people tend to be in a relationship for about 3-4 years before they pop the question. It's an interesting fact, isn't it? That's good. And of course, we're also gonna do. You'll always split everything evenly. That's not necessarily true because no matter what, we all have our individuality. We all have our resources, and we all have our activities and hobbies and interests that we want to continue pursuing. And because of that, you cannot split everything evenly, especially when it comes to money, activities, and time. You really can't. It's just hard. You don't have enough time during the day. Having children will strengthen your bond. That's a lie. It actually makes things worse, and the stress will increase monumentally. A lot of people tend to have kids. They are 20% more likely to get divorced because of the stress of the kids than anybody that don't have kids. It's just the stress by itself just skyrockets. You can kiss your sex life goodbye. Not true. The most adventurous people in the world are the married couple because they not only know each other, but they know each other's bodies, and they are more willing to experiment and try new things than anybody else in a relationship. So by all means, spark on. But we're going to also discuss about the fact that a lot of married people tend to break up because of the sickness marriage. We'll discuss that. Most marriages end in divorce. Well, didn't I already say that? Okay. So together, we will eliminate the concept of divorce from your vocabulary. It's gone. We're not going to discuss that. We're not even going to entertain it one bit. Readdress your social motivation towards your legacy. So really focus on your life. And your legacy cannot begin without having a family. Family is really where your legacy begins, not with your business. So if your household is strong and your foundation of your household is strong, then everything else will prosper. Bring romance and emotional connection back journey to the other side of the crossroad to find the best solution for you. And that's the best thing about it. All dedicated, finally take care of the most important person, which is you. Because you're the one, you are the change that you see in the world. You are the the the, the spark that really revitalize the world and make them see things from a different perspective, especially when it comes to your love life, your family, and your world business life. So everything you need to know, to everything you need to grow your love life, build it to its potential, so you can refocus back into your business, building your legacy and dynasty. That's great. And ultimately, share your legacy with the one you love the most. As I said, which is great. So how would it feel to not to be going on this journey alone? And actually have the peace of mind knowing that your hard work is finally paying off. Nothing is worse, and I understand this because I work with a lot of you, a lot of businessmen and women that's in a hard, fast lane business life. We came to work so hard to create your own name, your empire, your legacy, your name within the community, your name within the industry, and then all of that stuff where you find that people at home not appreciating all your hard work because you're not spending enough time for them at home, and you tend to not focus on that idea that all the stuff that you're doing is not for yourself, it's for the greater goods. But because they don't understand that concept, you're always gonna come second. You're always gonna come second best, and for that, we need to figure out how can we balance both of that. Simple as that. So the house rules: this is not get healed quick, not find love or someone to marry you. This is not I knew it's not my fault. It's everything within that happens within your business umbrella, within your business world. Same thing within the household. It always starts with you and ends with you. So it's just your fault to make the actions and the decision and take the responsibility and accountability for everything that you do. So the same thing comes with the concept of love. Everything that you decide, it's yours, all yours. This is not the steps to get married and find happiness. You cannot find your happiness, cannot locate it for you. You got to create it from abundance within you. Easy. So it's gonna be tough. As you will have to deal with your past to liberate your present. If you have to willing work hard and give it your all, commit to your daily tasks and be honest and true to yourself. Remember, this program is not made for me, it's for you. I took my own love journey to a whole new level. You have to do the same thing for you. It's all based on your concept of what your understanding of what love is. Take it through that journey. So it's the salvation comes from the one concept, which is surrender. Surrender the fact that the more you continue fighting over this issue and saying there's not an issue, everything is fine, I don't have to worry about this. Why is everybody complaining? There's no problem here. The moment you continue piling up all these deceits, all these lies within yourself, the whole problem just grows. It grows. And it doesn't shrink. It grows. And what happens when it pops up? It blows up. It blows up onto your love life, physical life, physiology, mental state, biological state, work life, everything. It just blows up in your face. And the worst thing, it blows up when you least expect it and when you really don't want it. Just when you have that last meeting that you really want to make sure your boss is happy, you want to make sure your life is happy, boom, it blows up in your face. And then everything collapses and you wonder how and why. You only wonder that because of one reason, because you never addressed the problem when it first started. You had to make sure you grow across. So when you finally surrender, I open the floodgate of opportunities for you so you can lavish your life with bliss. That thing is a guaranteed promise, my friends. So the motto is, you have to become the change you want to see in others. Do the one thing you've never done before to get the results you never had. Continue going in the same circle, and that's what insanity is. Doing the same thing over and over, hoping for a different result. I don't want you to be insane. I don't want you to be thinking that you have insanity in your life. So I'll just help you change one thing in your life and watch your whole life drastically change. But if I give you these amazing tools and strategies and skills, incorporating your own skills, your talent, your hobbies, your pleasure, your pain, your mistakes, your value, your communication, put all of that into a combination and give it to you as a GPS of your life for your love journey. Watch you drive your life into success. Not only your love life, but your business life. Watch everything in your life changes drastically. Simple. Very simple. So, if this sounds like you, then let's do this. Are you always fighting over the same crap? Same shit, for lack of better words? Never gain satisfaction for all your hard work, but instead you get resentment and negative testimonies? Don't have the time for your loved ones because you're too busy with work? Feel underappreciated for the work that you do? Would like to please your partner, but nothing seems to work? We all tried these great gestures to make sure our partners will find us appreciated, but sometimes they seem ungrateful, but they're not really ungrateful. It's just that you didn't hear why they did what they really want from you. We think that they want the gold, the jewelry, the cars, the fast lane lifestyle, but sometimes they just want your attention, the hug, the kiss, the compliment, the touch, the feel, the equality time, the service time, the synchronicity between each other, the understanding of one another. It's just being heard. Sometimes it's just simple as that. Of course, I would love to take it to beam and the lifestyle, right? That's my story, not yours. Don't worry about it. Of course, you'll be battling with yourself. Feel guilty for not being there, even though you're doing the right thing, you're doing it. Sorry, for the right reason. Wondering when will it be your turn to be happy and loved. I think that's a really, really good question. When is it your turn? I think it's the moment you're watching this, the moment you're seeing this, you're really understanding. It might be your turn now. Maybe it is your calling. And if it is your calling, then if you keep knocking, I will open the door, and I'm here for you. And the good thing about it is that it's your journey. And here within the J Consultant, the Love Journey process, we're all doing this together. And the idea we're doing this together is just for you to really grow your own journey. And the good thing about it is your turn. Everybody deserves happiness, but you have to create it. In order to create, we have to have the right tool, the right navigation, the right guidance, the right understanding of it. So let's do this together. Trying to build your dynasty but feeling you're being held back is fair. Wishing that situation was different. Amen to that. Oh, this was me 5 years ago. I could have been different. Tell you this now. Does this sound like you again? Do you ever think that tomorrow will be different, then get mad that it's not, because you're saying one more meeting, one more project, one more obstacle, and I can finally be happy with my partner? It doesn't work. It will never work. Do you ever question how did it end up here? Sometimes I do. And do you feel that the kids might get impacted by those? And we always do. We always neglect the fact that our kids are really visualize everything. They're very observant, very vigilant, and they get to see and hear everything. And because they do, they're going to become just like you. And if you're scared of what you're becoming, then they're going to become what you're scared of the most, the demon that was within you. It's just terrifying. And finally, do you feel that your partner will eventually leave you? And I'm not thinking about this from the alimony or the money or the divorce papers. Forget about that. That's just horrible. But the fact that you're going to lose the love of your life for a simple fact that you just forgot to do one thing, which is open the door to understanding who your partner is. It's just simple understanding. And it's just very, very, very hard to go through this whole journey together as a team to realize at the end it's just goodbye because I missed the calling or missed the writing on the wall. So that's it. So I just want to let you know you're not alone at this. I'm thousands of help and the millions that I will continue helping in the future, and I know that I will. Just want to let you know you're not alone, and it's time for you to break free, my friend. You are ahead of the game because you decided to come here and hear the story out. The fact that you listen to the story, the fact that you're understanding, and you really want to sit down and hear all the story out means you're already ahead of the game. And all you gotta do is just message me, and it's really a really simple journey. And the good thing about it is it's based on your needs, so there's nothing that I will touch on that makes you feel uncomfortable. It's all your journey, and the best thing about it is that once you're done with this, you don't need no more psych, no more therapy, no more parents, no more friends, no more mentors telling you you need to do this. This is no, because everything you ever need to grow your love life to what it's supposed to be from what it is now, just following my simple rules. That's it. Simple rules in life, and that will change your perception to a whole new level. It's time for you to break free. Are you ready? Let's do this. Give you a little bit about me. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So my name is Jay, part of Jay Consultant, the writer and the founder for Metanoia program and the Love Journey. So I have a psychology background. I've been doing this now for close to 11 years. Started from humble beginning, very, very humble beginning. We had a 1-bedroom house. There's 5 of us living in that 1-bedroom house. 4 kids in 1 bed. My dad slept in the ground. We never understood each other. We never spoke really. The F word in our household was feeling, so we never spoke about it. And especially we never spoke about it when my little sister unfortunately passed away. We haven't spoken about it for 20 years. Imagine that kind of a trauma. So family stayed silent for that long time, and we had a rough childhood, bullying back in school. And because I grew up I was born in Sudan, then moved to Dubai, then moved to New Zealand, then moved to Australia. Never really got myself a home, never got myself a stable school, university, something where I can be concrete. So because of the jumping around, I challenged myself. So I never had a home or a true friend because of that. Smile through that adversity, regardless of the circumstance. I knew how to really smile behind all of that stuff. Because I knew that if I don't fight it now, it will take over me. And once it takes over me, there's no coming back. And that's what I'm saying. So I hid behind the comedy mask. I used to laugh at situations where it's not funny. I used to cause situational moments just to not live in that tension of arguments. Depression, suicidal thoughts, of course, and self-harm. That was my best friend. no parental nurturing and discipline or relationship, because my parents were going through their own trauma with everything. So I had to understand that I had to do this myself. So I studied psychology for that reason. I studied the self-help books, all the journeys that I undertook, everything that I understood. So I put a lot of hours. If I have to be frank, it would be at least 100,000 hours worth of reading in psychology and psychology-based books and research and articles and studies, and another probably 10 to 20,000 hours on self-help books, research books, psychology, like relationship books and love journey books. Just really understanding the concept of two together, and then I put them together and created this amazing journey that we're gonna go through together. So my pursuit of happiness started with my own self-reflection. Once I was in happiness, I regulate myself. I understood my own mental health. I medication-free strategies to withstand any stresses that came my way. Love. Now I got a lovely and adoring wife and a beautiful little girl, and friends that I consider family. Well, look at my sweetheart. Now I can I created my own happiness, reconcile my family differences and friends, address my past that did not depend on it, and make sure I made my own future. So now, future is happiness. So I quit my job to give free advice and strategy as a relationship consultant. This is when the idea of the relationship consultant started and J Consultant began. And now we here as a team, we're doing everything growing from the ground up. So I'm writing my third book at the moment. It's called Perspective. It's gonna come out really soon. Creating a new online learning platform. Beside this one, I'm doing a mental health program, parental program, and a one-on-one coaching mentoring program as well. So you're gonna see. And soon enough, in September this year, I'll be opening my rehab facility for underprivileged kids, and soon a disability services as well. And I just feel like this whole journey is just beginning. And I would love to share this with you and grow together as a team as well. So now it's your turn. What does your story tell you about your journey? And that's what I want to hear. If you could navigate your love life now, what would it look like? Where would you go? Which direction would you take? Which turn would you take? Where would you take into the happiness, the devastation turn? Would you take on mistakes, problems? Would you go on this roundabout that goes nowhere with no exit whatsoever, continue going around because the problems just continue coming and coming? What's your journey look like? So let's get to your roadmap while you navigate towards your own love journey. So this is really everything that we're gonna go throughout the program. So here is the intensive roadmap that we're gonna go through in order for you to create your own roadmap, your own love journey through your own navigation, GPS mentality, and directions towards that. But one thing I want to say, love is a journey, not a destination. Don't think because you married you won. Don't think because you have kids the journey is over. Don't think because your kids grew and get out of the house it's over. The journey never stops because love never stops. Love grows and manifests itself as something bigger and better. For that to continue happening, you have to continue to grow and make things seem better. Same thing with your business. Your business does not stop because you stop. Does not stop because you reach your first million. It only starts once you get your first million. Same thing with your love. You only start once you start saying I love you. It only starts when you get married. It only starts when you have your kids. And it only starts when you grow old together. It never ends because it's a beautiful journey that you take for the rest of your life. Roadmap. So finding your why. Why do you want to get to this? Not only program. Why do you want to grow your life into what it is now? Why do you want to understand your love life? Why do you want to grow this legacy to what it's supposed to become? What is it that you want to leave behind? What is it about you and about this love or this person that you're with that you really want to grow it to what it's supposed to be? Finding your how. How did you get this? How are you going to continue growing this? And how are you going to take this step by step into order to get to the love journey, the right path that you're supposed to take? This is the how part. And then we're going to discuss a little bit about your upbringing in order for us to really eliminate your past haunting and your past ghost. So the ghost of your past, in order for us to kill it, we have to kill it. We have to address it. That's the only way we can kill it, so we can replace it with a new opportunity, a new beginning. A lot of us, and I'm not sure about you, but a lot of us here that I work with tend to have this avoidant personality where they make sure that they don't ever want to live the same life that their parents lived. They don't want to ever go through the struggles. So you continue to grow, and as you continue to grow, you never stop to grow. And what terrifies you that the most is that as you continue to grow, you never have a pause button to understand yourself better. Never understand that the fact that there could be more to you in the future, and because of that, you continue going in the cycle. So you need to figure out what your upbringing in order to kill it for us to move forward. And then next is your personality. Figure out what kind of personality that you have, what's the personality that you bring, the emotional intelligence, your personality style, your learning style, what kind of it is, so we can that understanding your perception, how your perception really clouds your judgment at a lot of circumstances. And we're based on the fact that we have a lot of memories that we hold on to, and it really shapes our perception. When we change our perception, we change the emotional capacity that we have. When that happens, it really changes our mentality and our direction we're supposed to go. So in order for us to change our perception, we can change our directions and where we're supposed to be going. And this really impacts and influences the love that you have and the love journey that you're supposed to take. New association, and I love this concept. It's not only the concept by Tony Robbins, but also Envision All Everywhere Else by the NLR, Neuro Linguistic Principle or Program. How you really can not only facilitate a love that you're supposed to have or the love that you desire and admire the most, but by doing that, you really empower your emotional capacity to grow your experience that you have with your partner, so that you no longer neglect him or her in the near future. And we tend to associate a lot of the experiences with our emotions. So if we're feeling, let's say we went bowling one day and I dropped the bowling ball into my toe and I cracked it. Now, not only do I hate bowling, but I'll never go somewhere that's arcade. I will never go somewhere that there's gaming and all that stuff. So I'll avoid all of that, and I'll avoid interaction altogether. This is how my emotion really damaged my experience, or even my experience damaged my emotion. And because of that, I not only will I associate myself out, same thing when it comes to your job, same thing comes to your relationship. And we tend to associate negatively with the past relationship, or the fact that every time I come home, there's a horrible association that I have with the home experience. Every time I come home, I'm always met with nagging, problems, fights, horrendous obstacles that I have to always overcome. So I really hate dreading going home. So the moment I realize that I can work longer hours, I'll take it, just so I can avoid going home. That is a concept that we will have to really understand. And this is where new association really gets us. So I can change all of that stuff to show you that the experience of you dropping the bowling ball on your toes was just a one-off. Don't base your whole life in that experience, and how you can reshape that in order for you to get the whole different experience. Easy. Law of attraction, I think that's self-explanatory. We've all done it. We've all experienced it. I think it's greatly about the law of attraction. It's what you believe in. It's what you're going to achieve. If you believe you're going to get this amazing journey in your life, then you're going to always achieve that. So let's continue that journey. The tree of enlightenment is a new concept that you will go through. How to grow your own tree. You are the tree. How do you grow it into a nourishing, healthy, strong, big tree? By adding a little bit of a good soil, with a good environment and good environment, good surrounding, good photosynthesis concept. How you can become self-reliant on yourself to grow it before you can rely on others. How to can grow it in the seasons when there's no lights, there's no sun, a lot of sun, there's no nutrients in the air, which like your autumn and your winter, where your leaves die down. How you can grow it by continuing being grateful for what you have, and sure enough, you become this amazing, powerful, blossoming tree when you continue to flourish who you are. And that's how the world sees you. In that tree, they don't see your journey. So do that. Killing your Prince Charming. Don't base your life on the Prince Charming. Your attachment style. What type of attachment do you have? How can you move away from the attachment that's detrimental to your relationship? But I really have to focus on your own attachment. Solution-driven therapy, which is a great concept that I love so much. The fact that it's based on that. Why are we focusing on the problem and explanation of the problem and the source of the problem? That sometimes you don't need that, because it gives you nothing but amplifying what the problem should be. Instead, we eliminate that direction and focus towards only how do we solve this goddamn problem. Effective communication, as we know what that means, how to really communicate with one another. But a lot of people tend to communicate vaguely, and this is where the concept, where really the confusion starts. You say, I want to spend more time with my partner. That means nothing to me. It means nothing whatsoever. What does more time mean? An hour? 25 minutes? What does it mean spending more time? At home? Away? Outside? Restaurant? Don't be vague. You got to be specific, because when you're defining your needs, you got to be really specific. I want to spend 25 minutes a day after dinner, or 25 minutes a day with you just talking about nothing. Then okay. Then that explains a lot of stuff. So we're going to figure out solution and effective communication. Emotional connection, which is, I think, is where you start really speeding through your journey. If all of these ones are just take the narrow, windy roads, let's just say from finding why all the way to your attachment. These are all the winding roads that you're going uphill, down here to really go to this amazing scenery that you're seeing, because you're seeing your future to what it's supposed to become. So you see this amazing vision. It's great. And then when you finally get solution driven, is when you start switch gear to fifth gear and you're really, really taking off. But when you get to emotional connection, you're in a sixth gear and you're flying. The top down, life has no more obstacles for you. Everything that you see, you can just drift away, enjoy this amazing, lovely ride. And the ride could go for as long as you want it. You can go for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And I would love to celebrate those 50, 40, 50, 60 years with you. Go through this journey together. And this is what emotional connection is all about. And the last thing is the love language, which it should have been the happily ever after journey. After this, you don't need me. You don't need anything in your life. You got all your tools. You got all your navigation. And if you ever get met by another windy road, bumps and just slow down and go through the steps again. And the good thing about it, it's yours. Once you go through the steps, you can uncover what you need to do in order for you to solve this problem so you can take off again. Happily ever after. So, finding your why, as we explained it. So, identifying your sense of purpose to begin your journey of fulfillment. Identifying your driven motivation, your maintain focus on your goal, and of course, open up good floodgate opportunities. And develop your how, develop skills and strategies to stay motivated during adversity. Maintain your self-discipline and soothe yourself, meditate to eliminate negative thoughts, and develop your own mantra for motivation. Your upbringing, of course, you can discuss a little bit about your childhood. Detach from your past to create a future. Use memory to progress instead of hindrance. Find hope through the mist of obstacles. Love that. Personality, write the lead character of your own movie. What would it look like? What would it be like? Who would it smell like? What would it dress like? What would he appeal like? How would he interact with his partner? How would he really be the best partner? If you could create another notebook story, what would the lead character look like? Where would he live? What would his story be? Create it and manifest it and make it real. So you define your own personality, create your idea and personality, and gift the world with your new personality. Perception, pattern and perception equals reality. The power of perception to illuminate your journey. Do not trust your memory and its creation, because memories are clouded and all based on a biased perception of what really happened. Deviate away from misconception and preconception. Forge your own reality and happiness from nothing. And the same thing comes with ideas, remember? Ideas are really created from nothing. Someone creates nothing, we make it into something. Same thing with habits. Neuro-linguistic principles to everyday interrelationship. Understand how your emotional response defines your experience. Eliminate negative association and place positive association to everyday interaction. And then here, law of attraction, how the world's greatest leaders have used the law of attraction to map out their success. Eliminate self-fulfillment prophecies to create your new future. Become your own prophet. Listen to the language of the universe. And here's a tree of enlightenment. That's what it looks like. So photosynthesize your own tree of enlightenment. Grow your own tree in any condition. Find a more nourished environment for you to grow. Become your own tall, powerful tree of enlightenment. So same thing with your business, same thing with your love life. You have to make sure you grow it in a nurturing environment. And that's the only way for it to grow. Fake Prince Charming. Look at these two fake people here. Kill the dependency of the myth of the Prince Charming and love. Become self-reliant. Become your own Prince Charming. Become resilient within your own relationship. Simple as that. Attachment. Your 3 attachments, which is of course secure, avoidant, and anxious. Use dependency for your own good and define your own attachment. Find your own ideal attachment. I just want to share this concept with you real quick. Dependency within the relationship. It is so good. It is so healthy and so powerful. Same thing that kids depend on their parents in order for them to feel comfortable. When the kids depend on you so much and they can rely on you, they can run amok and explore the world. And as soon as they turn around and find you happy, they know that they're secured and safe and they can continue exploring the world. The moment you look worried and upset or nervous, they know when to come back, and that's it. And whatever direction they're going is nervous. Similar thing with relationship. The moment you are close to your partner and you're holding on for dear life, and she can depend on you, she can go, he can go, explore the world, which means he can explore new avenues, new business adventures, journeys, and all of these growth that they can do within themselves. because they know that they have somebody at home they can depend on and rely on no matter what happens. So which means you can go out and study more. You can go out and not work and quit your job and work at home to really grow your business. And that's the only way you can do that, when you know that you can depend on your partner. So codependency in these circumstances is monumental. It helps you to grow to a highest level. And that's the only way you can do this, by understanding the fact that you have somebody at home that you can fall back on. They become your safety net. They become your comforter. And that's great. That's beautiful. So, solution-driven therapy, how you can understand one another, solve all your problems by finding effective solutions, say goodbye to the problems you have with your partner, bring the ideal healthy relationship into sharp focus, use the 10 therapy methods to your couple needs, which I'm going to give to you, of course. Effective communication, look at these guys yelling at each other, trade your problems and conflict for intimacy, resolve your conflicts, apply strategies to effective communication, turn an argument into a loving discussion. And then emotional connection, this is where you drive, you're in a fifth gear, you take no. Understand your own triggers within the relationship to kill the ghosts of past, read the evolution of your physiology of love, understand the heartbreaks and connection, and get close to your partner emotionally. And last but not least, finish line, go, finally reaching your last stop before the rest of your life. Understand your body and love languages, connect with others in a way that suits them, live an everlasting, healthy, and meaningful relationship. So love journey, beautiful. So here's some reviews that I got at the moment. Reading insightful words, bringing comfort. I work with her in Felicia Holmes. She's beautiful. She's lovely, lovely, lovely lady, and I'll continue working with her. I've already given her some to my documentation. She's loving it, and I'm catching up with her on a weekly basis. Ashley is, over the years, Jay has been a pillar of consistent advice and stability for me. He has always considered diverse perspectives and point of views during our exchange, drawing from his fountain experience, and allowed me to see how applicable his message to an everyday life. Great, he became a musician. He's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant man. He's always going to continue growing. He's now he's an entrepreneur on a whole level. The new millennium is going to be working on music videos. He's working with artists. He's already hosting his own club. Yes, it's so young as well. Great. She's lovely. I'm still working with her at the moment. She's known me for years. Jay's perspective on life and life situations is amazing. If I could look inside his train of thought, I reckon I would be blown away. He's kind and caring. Definitely has a funny side to him. But most of all, he's genuine as a person, as a friend. I look forward to his program and his advice. Definitely my go-to when times are tough, even though I don't know it myself. And we've been working together. That's her sister in the back as well. So yeah, there's more recommendations from her. She's continued working on. She's great, and I'm working with her at the moment as well. And she knows exactly. I don't know exactly what she's going through because her husband left her, or they left each other, should I say? And now and she's working on really revitalizing her life and really continuing her own love journey. So she's taken on this love journey to really find herself, so she can find the right ideal partner for her future. So Christina. We've been working together for a while now, and I stopped working for a little bit just because now she's in this healthy, beautiful relationship, and she's solidifying herself very greatly. Soon enough, she's going to be moving ahead into moving together with her partner to really grow their love into a whole new level. Soon enough, she's one of those people that I have to contact with again every now and then just to make sure that we continue connecting in that level. Monica, she is by far the best. She's somebody that was in a relationship for a horrific number of times, but now she grew herself into something bigger and better. She's now a great entrepreneur, owns a number of houses and penthouses for herself, and she grew her love into something greater, bigger than I ever could imagine. And she's just been a great student, great protege. She grew herself into an amazing, amazing, amazing person. It's a true honor to have known Australian love guru in the world of Matthew Hussey, Jay Shetty, Derek Jackson, and what I say Jay is his qualified psychologist. The deep passion is not to only transform people's relationship with their partner, but also to keep them understand themselves, to achieve the ultimate self-love, understand their own behaviors, to transform themselves into a better mother, father, daughter, wife, husband, and humans. I'm looking forward to the program and can't wait for what's next to come. It's great. And John Matito. great as well. God bless him. He's lovely, lovely. I think with him, I'm not really working with him solely. I'm just giving him advice here and there, and he just sat down with me one day and just had explored to me his background, his upbringing and stuff. So I shared with him some ideas and advices, and he just going with it to grow. It's great. And Abraham as well. She's everywhere. She's following me everywhere. Very, very lovely lady, and she's continuing to grow. Everybody just continuing to grow. So the love journey. Start time for you. It's time for your love to begin. Be equipped with the skills to navigate through your own journey. No longer be going on the wrong path of life. Find your own happiness within your life. And that's what it is. I mean, we cannot grow into ourselves without really understanding who we are and where we're going. And nothing is scarier than going on the wrong track to realizing that you should have gone a different path and you knew it somewhere in deep inside of you. We all have that good intuition to understanding when we're on the wrong path or going on the wrong vibe. And we're just too scared to say it. And because we are scared of doing that, we take the wrong path. And then the problem with the whole thing is that it might take us years before we realize we're going on the wrong path. And when those years, and that's the one thing that you can never get back, is time. Don't waste your time on the long journey. Don't waste your time on a journey that's going nowhere. Let's direct together. Let's go on the path together, and we can navigate it through your own life and your own talent. And even if your partner is not going in the right direction, how we can really reshape that love journey together, so you can both, even though that deviate both in the same direction, but at least go in a way where you can go parallel to one another. For you to grow, for her to grow, for you guys all to grow together, not only from your business side but your love side and your family, your kids, your legacy continue to grow, and the dynasty and the empire that you want to fulfill yourself to become. It's great. You get there. So no GPS, no longer be stuck in the past, no longer wish for a better future. Start your path with the right navigation guidance. And the best part, you never be lost again in your love life. So it's your time. It's time to make a stand. It's time to no longer make excuses for your life, or should I say your love life. It's time to forge your own happiness from the 4 pillars of life and find the love that you desire. Write your own love journey. What would it start? What would the first say? What would the first chapter be? Let's do this together. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you in the love program, the love journey. I know we're gonna grow together into something bigger and better. Much love. You listen to Jay Consultant from the Jay Consultant, the founder of Metanoia program and the love journey. Much love. See you later, everyone.